Hi, I'm Rebecca Brand, and today we're making a clear vegetable soup in 15 minutes with a beautiful bone broth base. This recipe is the ultimate in good health. It's got all the richness of a bone broth and all the fiber and vitamins of those extra added vegetables. The good thing about this recipe is you can use any vegetables you happen to have in your refrigerator. My favorites are carrot, onion, and celery for sure, and I always seem to have those. But today, just for the fun of it, I'm gonna add some okra and some beautiful peppers because I've got 3, all different colors. Oh, and let's just have a little yellow and green zucchini. It's just sitting there and needs to be eaten in the soup. I've got a trick to show you on how we can get to the finish line fast and have that soup cooked in 15 minutes. So watch this. To get to the finish line fast, we have to turn our pot on quickly to high. And this recipe is amazing with this kettle and fire bone broth. They've done all the work for you. So pour in the bone broth into your pot. I'm using a full container of this. This is 16.2 ounces, and bring this to a boil. I cover it because it goes faster that way. Kettle and Fire Bone Broth sponsored this video, and I'm so glad they did because I love the flavor of their bone broth. I make bone broth a lot. In fact, on my channel, I've got a super popular bone broth recipe. It's got 150,000 views by now, and it goes strong. But that bone broth took me days to make. I want all the health benefits of bone broth, but I don't always have the time it takes to make it. To make this 15-minute soup, you've got to chop your carrots finely, like confetti, and put them in first. Carrots are the most dense of my vegetables. So as soon as you have them chopped, put them in. And go on to the next vegetable, which is an onion. I'm only going to use about a 1/4 inch of an onion slice. It looks like that. So chop that up finely too. A fine chop will have it cook faster. I don't want the sting of that onion. In she goes to join the party. And celery is the 3rd densest of the vegetables. And all the quantities are the same. This is about the same amount as that carrot and that onion. Just a little bit. In she goes. And I keep that soup on high. And the reason this is staying on high is every time I add another vegetable, it cools down our soup. And now it's the pepper party. Mr. Green is feeling a little less represented. I gotta add some more. And give them a chop too. And once they are finely chopped, then they're ready for the big mingle. And zucchinis are awfully soft, so they're the last things I'm gonna add, as well as the okra. And to save time, their tops are coming off first, all together. Line them up Dano, and try to chop as thin as you can. And crossways. Okay, okra, take a dive. Mr. Zucchini, it's time for the cannonball dunk. Look at that. Since the carrots, onion, and celery were cooking for the beginning of this recipe, they are almost done at this time. So all those vegetables just need to be cooking for about another 5 minutes because I cut them so small. When all the vegetables are in, it's time to turn it down to medium-low to finish cooking. You don't want all the steam to evaporate the quantity of bone broth you have. So if you've got a lid, put a lid on it. That will help with the evaporation. I had made bone broth. This had taken me 3 days to make all of this because I'm very emphatic about it in my diet on my health and wellness journey. What a hassle though. Homemade broth can be great. But man, that pot of gold just took so much time. And I strained my bone broth, and that takes a lot of time besides the 2 or 3 days of cooking it. And the threats to my house if I forget to turn it on really low when I go to sleep at night. So being able to get a bone broth that's made as carefully as mine, or even better, was an amazing find. Kettle and Fire bone broth is made with fresh organic ingredients. They use what I use, bay leaves, carrots, onions, celery, but they also add organic parsley and thyme, rosemary, black peppercorn, apple cider vinegar, and Celtic sea salt. They use organic bones with their beef broth and organic chickens for the chicken broth. It is slow simmered for over 24 hours. The beef bones are grass-fed. The packaging is really different because it's recyclable and there's no need to freeze it like most packaged bone broths. Bone broth is amazing for the collagen content, and that's derived by cooking the bones so slowly for so long. The collagen comes out of the bones and into the broth. And collagen is what makes your skin supple and soft and to repair all that connective tissue in your joints. It's a very special type of protein that comes out of the bones. It's super great for sports, energies, and leaky gut. And after 5 minutes, it's done. So turn your stove off. Time to serve. Look at that. That's beautiful. Time to try it. That's amazing. I love this bone broth. That is so healthy. On my diet, I eat this soup all day long for days, and I lose so much weight so fast. So click the link below and get your kettle and fire bone broth and make this clear vegetable soup recipe. It's fantastic. I'm Rebecca Brand. Subscribe to my channel, and let's keep making great recipes in life, like a bone broth recipe in 15 minutes. Time for lunch. Cheers.